Thank you! We just become best friends? Yup!
Rob Hilliard has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends? Yup!
Roland Pater has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends? Yup!
Irving Zadi Pena Mahia has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends? Yup!
Jake Rutigliano has just boarded the plane.
Thank you! We just become best friends? Yup!
Styx 1231 has just boarded the plane.
Morning. Morning, afternoon, good evening, and good nights. Whichever applies to you. Let me get this sorted. We can begin. Motherfuckers. Right, where are we? Here we are. Boom. Oh yeah. There we go. Welcome in everybody to another Fighting Fantasy fun adventure. Get that caught up. There we go. How is everybody today? We got another one. It's another Fighting Fantasy adventure. Let's let it match. Not that I need to, but just because I want to. How is everybody today? Welcome in. Yellow. Elps. Rhymester. Jeff. Heron. Good evening in. Heron, is that you from ages ago? There we go. Don't you go. Don't. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, man. Is there like a wind blowing in here? What's everybody up to today? Let's get this lit. Come on. There we go. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Welcome in, Crystal of Storms. Got it all going on here. I think we're all good for the internet. It says we're dropping frames, but well, whatever. Trying not to burn the house down. Yeah, well, you know. When it rains on Neptune and Uranus, it rains crystals and diamonds. Is that where we are going? Wait, who knows? Who absolutely knows? This is a very special book, this is, because this isn't written by your normal, you know, Fighting Fantasy adventurer. This is written by the daughter of a famous film director. This is Terry Pratchett's daughter writing this. First time, you know, in the Fighting Fantasy family, you know. The illustrations inside the book. Does it say who did it? This is to Mom and Dad as well, who showed me magic every day. It says cover and inside illustrations by Eva Escalinin. So this is a total chick book, guys, because we've got the female artist and the female writer. This is, you know, Women's Empowerment Day today, guys. The illustrations inside are sadly still of the, you know, clip art style, you know, done on the computer. It wouldn't be until the next books that we will be reading in 2 weeks' time that is when it went up to the normal, you know, back to line drawings. I think Ian and Steve were like, yeah, nobody likes this type of style of animation, so let's go back to the old school. So yeah, really good. If you wanted to buy this yourself on eBay, it's between £3 and £5, and that's what they sell for as well. So out of all the Fighting Fantasy books, this is the cheapest one to buy. So chick flick. Basically, yeah. Makes it look like Hello Kitty meets the Shaman Tanti Hills. This is this kind of reminds me of Avatar in a way, you know. This came out what year? This was like 2021, wasn't it? So it says written in 2020. So yeah, this literally year of the COVID. This is, guys, the lockdown book. So, you know, anyone seen the film Bring It On? That's a film I actually have got on DVD, to be honest. It's part of the Universal Collector's Edition. And yeah, I'll have to do a review on that, because I want to do a review on all of those films. Got loads of films I need to review, to be honest. But here we are for Fighting Fantasy. Looks V Japan. Oh, very Japanese. Yeah, it's got a kind of, you know, it gives me vibes of the cartoon Hercules as well, with the cloud and the way it's drawn, you know. The artwork on the cover really, I wouldn't say is indicative of the story. Like, there are elements in here, but I don't know. It's all right. I like the purple though. The purple stuff is really good. You haven't got fond memories then of this, haven't you? I remember playing this when it came out during lockdown, and which, you know, if you want to watch that stream from 2020, just join as a member on my channel and you can access all the past years streams we've done where we've gone through all these books. They're up for grabs. So but if you want to rewatch one from this year, that's still, you can rewatch it all for the rest of this year, and then once it ends the year, they get put into the members only section. So, you know, you've got to the end of the year, guys, to watch this. But obviously you guys are part of it. All of everybody who's coming in is part of it. So I hope I'm not missing anybody. If I've missed you out, if you're watching and I've missed you out, please just drop it into the chat so I can shout you out. It's a Purple Heart. It's the Purple Heart of Honor. The Medal of Honor, or the Purple Heart, whatever it is. Post the link in the group, please. What link's that? I don't know what link. She's a modern day feminist. All man will die in this story. Yeah, fuck the man. You know, it's like the 2020 link. Well, like I said, it's part of the members section. So as soon as you click the join button below this video, it opens up that whole section and you're able to go and like, I don't know where it is. Like, I'd have to bloody, let me do a quick search of it. Crystal. So the video I've got, here it is. Oh, actually, we played it in 2021. Oh no, sorry, this is the third time we've played this book. There is a live stream from 2020, that's when it first came out, but then a year later we also played it as well, both of which are in the members only section. So this, I get what you're saying now. This is the link to the 2020 playthrough. If you click that, it will pop up to say join as a member. And I do appreciate anybody who does join as a member, because you're directly helping this channel and myself. And you have a buttload of videos that no one else can watch, only my members can watch. Not only Fighting Fantasy, the past years, but videos specifically that I've made for my members. So, well, fellas, not a noob, me. I don't know what it is, but you all should watch it. Man, somebody's whoring me out here. Yeah, join as a member. Like, plus also, I think it'll flash up somewhere that you've joined once it registers. It might take a couple of hours to register, but yeah. Weird says I have the join button and I'm a member. I'm used to seeing C perks instead. Well, if you've already joined, Heron, then you've already joined, mate. So don't worry about it. You know. Hey, Jeff's back in the house. How's it going? How did we fare? We're dead already, mate. You missed it. Like, literally. That's the end of the stream, mate. Adam has at least 3 to 4 videos a week, if you're a member. So, yeah, like, if another perk of being a member is not only, like, will you get a little badge next to your name to say, you know, oh, I'm a member, you know, a badge, whoop-de-doo. But also, because I make videos and then, you know, I try and post a video a week, one a week. And I've made loads that literally go up to, like, November. So every single week, and sometimes there's like 3 or 4 videos that are releasing on a single day, you know. So I've got about, I'd say 50 to 60 videos from now until November. And, you know, I'll continue to add to that end of line. And that's just to give me time. If I want to really put some time and effort into a video, I don't have to, oh, I've got to get it out quick. I can put time and effort into a video. So it's like, you know, because there is a series that I want to work on. I've done a Laserdisc series and I've done a DVD series, but I do want to do a VCD CDI series, a Blu-ray series, and a 4K series. And they take ages to film and research and, you know, get stuff for. And it literally is months in the making. So if I do fancy doing one of those, which, You know, the amount of time it takes, I don't know. I might just wait soon. But yeah, if you are a member, you get to watch all those scheduled videos immediately. As soon as I post it for scheduled in the future, you can access it now. And to be honest, there are loads. Like, going through the list of videos that I've got from now until the end of, what is it? November the 29th is my last one, but ones that I've got are nothing to do with Fighting Fantasy. I will say that now. Fighting Fantasy, I have one video that I need to make for Fighting Fantasy, and that is wherever the book's gone. Where is it, man? I don't know. I can't show that book. That's the new one. That is the Night of the Necromancer, Flight of the Necromancer, something of the Necromancer. I've got to do a review video for that. I've got to do like I've done for all the Fighting Fantasy ones. I've got to do it for that. And I wanted to play through it a lot first, but to be honest, I'm busy testing the new book, so I haven't got around to filming that video. But when I do film it, that will be added to the schedule, you know, in the future. But like, yeah, loads of like film reviews, book reviews, Queen related stuff, all waiting to be showed. I go through my entire, you know, collection of what I have on like DVD, Blu-ray, books, yada yada yada, basically every format. So there's loads of videos coming, loads of content for you guys to soak up. And if you remember, you can all access this now and then have bragging rights to say I've already seen it, if that's something you want to brag about. I don't usually whore myself out like this, okay? But I'm doing it more and more lately, to be honest. I need to stop, man. You've been catching up with my videos, yeah? Thank you very much. I do appreciate everybody who's not only watching now, but is watching all the videos as well. Queen, freakiest freak there. Mate, honestly, you want to see me being a Queen freak? Check this out. This contains, I would say, my most rarest Queen memorabilia to date. And it's not just because it's this massive box set, which came out in the year 2000. Don't worry, guys, we will be starting Fighting Fantasy soon. Hey, mate, what's this got to do with Fighting Fantasy? But this came out in 2000. It's a gigantic box set of Freddy's solo efforts, filled with CDs, DVDs, rare sessions, like loads of shit in here. Honestly, loads. And it's just, it's all falling out. But this isn't the one, this isn't my most rarest, freakiest memorabilia. This is what sets me apart from the rest of the normal collectors, I'll tell you now, because I don't think many people have this. And I don't even know if I should be showing it on, you know, camera, to be honest. I will say this, it's not the original. You know, I'm not like, I've not stolen the original, okay? But I have got a copy, not only of Freddie Mercury's birth certificate, which states his real name and where he's from, certificate of birth from the government of Zanzibar, outside of Africa, because he is an Indian. Farouk Bulsara seems to be a little bit of a name change, where they crossed it out and, you know, whatever. Not only that, but, and I'm sorry if this upsets anybody now, but I also do have a official copy, not just like a dodgy one, but an official copy of his death certificate, right? Stating exactly what he passed from, which was bronchial pneumonia, which is the first initial thing, which was, and AIDS, which is what it was brought on by, which that is attached to his will. I have his full will here, so I know exactly what happened to his money, where it went, who got what. His sister, right? So there was only about 4 or 5 people here that actually got money from Freddie. That was his Mary Austin, of course, who inherited the house and the rest of his fortune. And it has their addresses in this as well, which I won't show. But his sister also got one. and his father and mother. And it says, this is the most interesting part of this, right? Because this is this year, by the way, or at least in 2021 it was. The vesting day, he wrote in a vesting day period, which means the period of 50 years from my death, which the date shall be perpetuity period applicable hereto, or such earlier date as my trustees shall in complete discretion by deed determine. Do you remember when, like, Mary Austin put the house up for sale? I think she had to wait for this vesting period to pass before she could. 50 years. But it says, I bequeath to Mary Austin my house known as Garden Lodge, for all which is sold, such other house or flat in which I shall be residing as my principal residence, with all my personal possessions, which may be held by banks or other third parties to date. But there were other people named in this. So Peter Freestone is named, Joe Finelli, which was his cook, Terry Giddings. I don't see Jim Hutton in this, to be honest, but they all got his driver who drove him everywhere, he got £100,000. Peter Freestone got $500,000. And the cook got $500,000 as well, but I don't see Jim Hutton in here. That's a bit weird. Didn't give anything to his boyfriend. I think he did. I'm sure he did. But yeah, it says everything. It, like, honestly, lays out everything. It's really interesting to read, by the way. But it also contains, you know, not only the High Court of Justice probate registry document, whatever the hell that is. I guess that's where, you know, things are allowed. But it also has got here, and I'm not going to show this, but it's got, because it's got addresses. But it's got the signature of Freddie as well as whoever, the accountants, and their address. Signed by the above named Freddie Mercury as his last will in the presence of us both present at the same time, who at his request in his presence, and yada yada yada. Really interesting read. This will was amended on the 17th of September, the year he passed. So 2 months before he passed, he amended his will. And set rules in that would say, you know, 50 years for something. But yeah. That's probably my most freakiest memorabilia that I have. I mean, I wouldn't class it as memorabilia. Death certificate and will. But yeah. Yeah, that's the craziest thing I've got, I'd say. Come on, man! Was this Fighting Fantasy or Freddie Mercury? Right, let me catch up with chat and then we'll get started here. Still talking about that. Can we talk Fighting Fantasy Fest? Yeah, so I am hoping to go to Fighting Fantasy Fest. I'm not sure if I will be able to, but I am hoping to go. So if you are going, be a chance to shake my hand, punch me in the face. You know, join as a member. We can't have Adam whoring him out for no reason now. Wow, Rhymes didn't have you down as a 1 minute wonder. What? Hang on, Rhymesters, I've already seen this, mate. Hoe bag. No stamina decisions from you. Every time Rhymester offers a decision, we agree to eat a meal. Deal? Guys, I want to say this, by the way. The last book we read, we were dying on stamina. And nobody said eat a meal. But then again, we were on a desert island. So I don't think we were carrying our meals around with us. But, like, nobody said eat a meal. And that really did surprise me. And that's kind of what let us die. So don't forget we do have meals. But in this book, I will say, it says you don't start off with any meals. But you can buy them in the course of the adventure. And of course, the meals today are sponsored by what's left of the ginger nuts. So, yeah. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to fight a fantasy. I want to fight... Oh, it's quite all right to be a fan of Freddie. Of course it's all right. It's all right to be a fan of anything. I mean, you can even be a fan of Hitler if you want, because everyone's got to love something, you know. It's nothing is off limits, I'd say, because it's called freedom of choice. And one man's shit is another man's shine. You know, one person's hell is another person's paradise, and you know, respect to everybody for liking what they like. You know, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer liked to, you know, The Boys, didn't he? Inside and out. But you know, that's his decision. Got to respect him for that. I guess when it starts hurting other people against their will, that's where you got to draw the line. But you know. Right, you have more chance of going than I do. The cost of petrol at the moment. What? Oh, the Fighting Fantasy Fest. Yeah, I mean, probably get the train down, mate, so it's not my nickel and dime. It's the train line journeyer people. But saying that, like, well, yeah, it would be a train. There's no other way. So, yeah, I don't even know where it's held. I've got to find out, but yeah, who knows? Anyway, if I do go down, I will be taking a load of the books that I've written for anybody who wants to pick one up. So, signed. Like, who the fuck are you, mate, signing this shit? Anyway, Jackie's in the house. There's a name from the past. Welcome in, sir. Have you moved yet? You know what? I was gonna come down to Bristol. I need to hook up with you, mate, because I might be coming down to Bristol, you know? Who knows? Hope all is well with you, mate. Hope it's all good with you. Let me know if you've moved or not. Or are you still residing in your old place? I can only dream about going to Fighting Fantasy Fest. Well, obviously, if you don't live in the country, yeah, you know, it's a little bit harder to get to London. But, you know, if you do, or if you can... I'm sure it'll be ace, if there's any tickets left on it. They sell out quite fast usually. So anyway, shall we start on Fighting Fantasy? You are... I can't read that. Are you brave enough, I think it said. Are you brave? Are you a brave adventurer? Oh, shall we have a little bit of smoke in here as well? Just to complete the ensemble. I've cleaned up my room here, right? Honestly, tidied everything up. I mean, it's still quite filled. I need to get another shelves. But I found this. Incense sticks. These are, I don't know what these are, because it doesn't actually say, oh, it does, white musk. Let's go for a little bit of white musk. It looks, honestly, it looks like some sort of druggies, because they put tinfoil around it. Like, weird. That smells really nice. Oh, that reminds me of the Body Shop. You got this white musk line, and I used to get that because I was a right whore for it. Oh, can't wait to light this fucker. Let's go. Light this off the candle, man. Ah, white musk. This is going to smell ace. Oh, yeah. Let's just put that in here. I'm sure the Bible can take it. There we go. That'll drop perfectly, that will. There we go. Place is burning down. So how's it going? You'll be in Bristol. The Robert Harris Convention in September. No way. In August or September. Well, don't think that's the reason I'm going, but... Or, I don't know. I don't even know if I am going, to be honest. Anyway, better get out your crystals. Yeah, let's start this. Are we big dice or little dice, guys? Who's Robert Harris, anyway? I've heard of Thomas Harris. He did the Hannibal books, but Robert Harris, is that his brother, maybe? Who's Robert Harris? And a convention. Must be somebody famous. We have some colour in the house. There. Little dice, there we go. Oh no, somebody said, yeah, little dice first, yeah. The first person was little dice, so... Second Sleep is Fighting Fantasy Adjacent by Rob Harris. Still don't know. Right, so we are the little dice. I've looked through the adventure sheet. There's nothing extra that we'll be having. There's no, like, potions. We don't even get meals. It doesn't say, I don't know if it's, like, you know, gold we have or anything. So, we're going to roll for our skill first, guys. So, here we go. Little dice, yeah. Small dice for the girl writer, mate. Easy, Tiger. Honestly. Here we go. 1. We got a 1, guys. That's a skill of 7. That's shit. Somebody's going to say we've got, like, the girl power now or something like that. What's going on with all the Fs? Oh, yeah. F to start, man. Still rolling for stats. Yep. Here we go. So, this is now for stamina with the 2 dice. 6. So, 6 plus 12 is 18. Do you know what? I think I might actually change this character. Because it's all female empowerment. Let's go with a female ourselves. There we go. Let's do the old female. So, oh, it's not very big, is it? That's what she's never said. Right, there we go. So, yeah, we'll have the female today because, you know, female writer, female illustrator. Anyway, so, independent woman. Right, this is for our luck now, guys and girls, if there is any. 3. That's 9. So our character isn't the best, so maybe it's... I don't want to get into trouble. I'm not saying that. It's female, so can we change our minds against the dice rolls? Yeah, man. So there we go. Yeah, there are some there, aren't there? Looks like Megan Fox, our character does, doesn't it? So, stats of a woman. Look at this, man. It's all going to kick off. It's all going to go crazy today. So, Crystal of Storms. I mean, it's very... I don't want to be like... I don't want to trigger anybody, but the color, the Hello Kitty animation, it is very kind of feminine, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Right, Scholastic Printing. Here we go. Like I said, this is dedicated to Mummy and Daddy, who did magic tricks for Rihanna every day, evidently. So, right. We just blame all the men for our dice rolls. Sounds like there's some females in the Shire. So, Megan for Fox wishes she was here instead of doing Venus leg adverts. Is that the Razor? Is she doing Razor adverts? I don't watch telly, so I don't know. I can imagine this is why she only wrote 1 book and it goes for £3 now. I mean, to be honest, my thoughts on this is I think it's a decent adventure. It's just as valid as any other fantasy book. It's like everyone's got this hatred for Skylord for some reason. And I don't get that because I think it's all right. Yellow's effed us, so we'll start. But this one is, yeah, you know, I quite enjoyed this one. So now we'll start. I mean, it's a shame that there's not more females writing for Fighting Fantasy because it's great to have another perspective or different ideas. You know, there's only so many stories that you can do anyway, I imagine, or like type of stories. So it's nice to have something refreshing, yeah. And women smell better anyway, don't they? So, but today we're white musking it. So, anyway. Here we start. Let's go. Oh, I need to get my thingies up. There we go. That's better. Okay, here we go. Great female writers for Dungeons and Dragons. No way. Do you know what? I've never read or done anything Dungeons and Dragons, believe it or not. Right. Let me get a drink of water. She's cheaper than a liter of petrol. back in the 80s. Well, not so much now, though. Okay, here we go. The Tempest Children of Pangera, God of the Wind. This sounds like the that Friends episode where they're drinking from fountains, blowing their wind, stealing each other's thunder type of... Do you remember? It sounds like that. Have long reigned over the waters between Alancia and Cull. Many who sought to cross the perilous ocean of tempests have lost their lives to the raging storms or the terrifying sea creatures that dwell there. But deep within Zephyrus, largest of all tempests, where the air is sweet and calm, lies the floating archipelago of Pangaea. This is after Avatar. Yeah. Pangaea. The 5 islands of Cirrus, Altus, Cumulus, Incus, and Asparatus, which are all and surround a 6th small island known as Nimbus, which are all cloud types, by the way. You were born and raised in Pangaea, but whilst many of your friends had opted to join the working communities of their home isles, such as cloudkin farming on the water island of Altos, or wrangling the magical yet tasty fauna of Cirrus, you dreamed bigger. You didn't want to settle for just one island, you wanted to see it all. And so you decided to join the Skywatch, guardians of peace within the whole of Pangaea. But your beloved home has a lot of peace to go around. And your first few weeks in the Skywatch have been a rather dull parade of lost pets and mediating petty squabbles regarding overgrown shrubs. Your heart cries out for adventure. And then one fine morning, an urgent message arrives at your watch house, summoning all the Skywatch to an emergency meeting in the citadel of Nimbus. It seems that adventure has finally listened and answered your plea. Full of nervous excitement, your entire watch house boards the local flyer. Some of the small airships that transport Pangareans between islands. No one seems to know the purpose of the meeting, but it is bound to be something quite extraordinary for the entire Skywatch to be summoned. You've only been to the Citadel once, where you were sworn into the Skywatch, and it still holds newness and excitement for you. Stretching, you lean your head out of the flyer window and crane your neck in order to get the first glimpse of the towering spires and sculpted ramparts of the Citadel, the home of Pangaea's lawmakers, diplomats, and island officials. The flying goblin pilot wearily reminds you to keep all limbs inside the ship, lest you lose something essential. Although you've heard tell that there are tribes of goblins out in the world who are aggressive towards humans and other species, the goblins of Pangaea are largely friendly. Most importantly, they developed the technomancy, a blend of elemental magic and engineering that keeps Pangaea airborne. Floating islands, like Avatar. What is it? Pandora, they're called, aren't they? Tracy Hickman is a man. What? Don't know who Tracy Hickman is, mate. Title of your sex tape. Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman aren't ripped off. I don't know these names, to be honest. You're just about to disembark and take your first steps onto Nimbus when your commander, Captain Halleck, looks aghast. "By Zephyrus breath!" he exclaims, looking directly at you. He's got his eyes on you. "I've forgotten my hovers. Can't be seen in the Citadel without those. Please retrieve them from the watch house, recruit." He pats at his pockets, searching for something. "Bring me my coin bag, too." You nod. As the newest member of your watch house, you don't really have a choice. You're their little bitch. So, remaining on board the flyer at the rest of the watch disembarks, you hope that you can get there and back without missing anything exciting. Seeing your frustration, the flyer's pilot softens and cranks up the craft to its top speed. I've just realized that I think my PC is sucking in this smoke. Or is it blowing it our way? I think it's blowing it away, actually. Because it can't be sucking it up, because that's not good for the PC. Anyway. You run inside and soon return, clutching the small leather purse, jingling with coins, and carrying Halleck's hovers. Up close, you can't help but marvel at the intricate, light-as-air metalwork of these portable wings, powered by storm crystals, harvested and gathered from the local tempest by elemental stormborns. You look forward to the day when you are senior enough to get your own pair of hover boots. Hey, how cool is that? If PC wants to get high. You check the crystal gauge, which is attached to a small blue-green storm crystal that has a tiny imprisoned tempest swirling inside it. It is a third full, but there's no time to charge the wings. You throw yourself back into the flyer. The little airship has barely had any time to set down when you leap from the bulwark and start to sprint towards the citadel. Suddenly, a great explosion rocks Nimbus, and a wave of energy surges outwards from the fortress, catapulting you through the air and over the edge of the island, and you begin to plummet downwards. Your adventure ends here. My gosh, that's a bit of a beginning, isn't it? You're falling to your death at the very beginning of the book, guys. What's that all about? So here we go. The explosion has knocked the wind out of you. There's only one thing you can do to save yourself as you tumble through the howling air. You manage to struggle into Halleck's hovers, and the wings unfold with a soft sound. Your fall ceases as the hovers slow your descent and hold you aloft. Your relief turns to fear as you look up and realize that it's Nimbus which is falling, the entire island, straight towards you. Using your shoulder muscles to operate the hovers. So you got to get some shoulder action into it, right? To operate the hovers, you manage to steer yourself out of the path, you know, of the falling island as it hurtles past you. There it goes. You can hear all the birds on the island as it's passing you, you know, and now it's past you. Tossing you around like a feather on a breeze. You gain control only to see Nimbus crashing into the sea far below. Rip everyone on that island. You watch in horror as the island begins to sink beneath the waves. Like, how many people lived on this island? They're all dead. Hey, Cold Ballistic, how's it going, mate? Welcome in. You're just in time. We've just started. Oh, shit. I better start the clock. What am I doing? Start the clock. Dude, we lasted 3 hours last time. Is that right? Bloody hell. You become aware of an unsettling humming sound, and the wings begin to shudder. The crystal that powers the hovers must be running out of charge. There's just enough power left to fly you to the safety of your home island. Now, this is where we choose where our home island is. Is it Cirrus, Altus, or Cumulus? Cirrus is a farming island. Altus is a water island. And Cumulus is island of trade. Which of those 3 islands is our home base? Okay, first one in is what it is. You know, my point still stands. They got, well. So which where have we come from? Cirrus, Altus, or Cumulus? There we go. Yellow says Cumulus. So we're from the island of trade. So what are we, like a stockbroker? We deal in, you know, Stocks, bonds, buy, sell, high, low. You don't see Cumulus at first. You smell it. Smell that? The scents drift up to you from the numerous stalls and vendors who... What? Hang on a second. Yeah, that's if your home island is Cumulus. That's the right page. Who trade their wares in the large markets that dominate the island. Does anybody know what the mission is? Like, Nimbus has just fallen out the sky. We've decided to go home. What's the story? Does anybody know what the actual mission is? The soft, spicy smells of gingerbread biscuits and cinnamon milk pudding mingle with the pungent aroma of stink fruit and sizzling fish steaks. The smells of home bring a tear to your eye, and your mind drifts as you wonder if Cumulus is destined to suffer the same fate as Nimbus. You can already see the air around where the other island once was crackling with a strange elemental energy. Whatever brought the island down must have been incredibly powerful. A humming jolts you from your musings, and the hovers begin to shudder. You tense your shoulders and move your upper body as you try to glide yourself down towards a safe and soft landing before the storm crystal's energy runs out. Now we have to test our skill, sorry, it says. So, shit. We have to test our skill. Our skill is 7, by the way. Unlucky. We are unsuccessful. You aim for a soft-looking haystack. Unfortunately, you completely miss your target because you're a muppet. Your hover's wings fold up and you are deposited into a nearby rubbish heap, where you hit your head on a piece of broken pot. Lose 3 stamina points. Boom. If Cumulus is your home isle, which it is, so, I mean, you've just asked us that, so don't you remember? The usual bustling sounds of the market are more muted today. Eh? You don't see as many stalls open, and the crowds are sparser than normal. Yeah, we just arrived at the market. That's where the explosion on Nimbus, which sounds like it's whipping up again, has driven many indoors, but the stall holders are hardier, and most won't run and hide whilst there's even one person to make money from. If you can charge up Halleck's hovers, you will have a valuable piece of equipment at your disposal. You also realize you've managed to keep hold of his coin bag. He won't mind you borrowing it in the line of duty. Add 10 gold pieces to your sheet. There we go. We've stolen his money, you know. I mean, I'm not saying anything, but, you know. You check your waist. Does it look good in this? Your trusty short sword, is still there, thankfully. And you get a feeling you might need it. Add this to your adventure sheet. Well, yeah, our sword we've got. Whoa! Ain't you a little junior for these hovers? It's Dav. All right, Dav. A goblin friend of yours who works in the local bakery. You vainly try to explain what happened on Nimbus and why you have Halleck's hovers. I mean, shit's going down today, mate. Does it really matter if I've got Halleck's hovers? The fucking island just fell out the sky. You know? Do we have to explain? But it's still all so confusing, and you have no answers to his questions yet. Wasn't me. Sounds like you've had quite the morning. Ha-ha, chappy, says Dav sympathetically, passing you a ginger cream horn. Yeah, cheers, mate. Which makes you feel just a little bit better. Restore 1 stamina point. Lovely. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I will. Have a ginger. I mean, weirdly enough, that's what these are. They're not horns, but they're ginger. Cheers, Dav. Just have the one bite. We all heard the explosion, continues Dav. Never seen the market fall so quiet. Some folks hid. Don't blame them, though. All the extra elemental energy wafting around here. Can you see it? Wafting around. Most of the stalls stayed open. You know, the types around here. They wouldn't budge unless the ground fell out from under them. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. You resolutely tell Dave that you're going to investigate what happened. Probably best if I join you while you're on Cumulus, says the little goblin. I've done all my chores, and you look like you could use the company. Come on, buddy, let's go. Plus, I got a few moves if anything gets a little fighty. Keep your moves to yourself, mate. Oh, and here, this might come in handy. He tosses you a healing potion, which will restore up to 4 points of stamina. So, there we go. We've got a healing potion, guys. That's going into the backpack, taking up 1 space. And it'll give us 4 points of stamina if we neck it. I looked up thinking you said have a ginger whore. What? Horn. Horn. You gotta have the horn, you know? Have a ginger... Jeff, have a ginger whore on me. Alright, mate? It'll keep you awake while you're working. Where is he? He's just given us... Also, as long Dav is traveling with you, you also may add 2 points when you're calculating your attack strength in a fight. And you can increase damage by 1 point. And you may reduce any damage you suffer by 1 point as well. Whoa, hang on, this Dav dude. Let me write this down. I've written this on the wrong side here. Right, so Dav gives us +1 to our attack strength. So we're on skill 8 while we're with Dav. But also, it makes us -1 off any damage we receive. And it pluses 1 on damage we give. So this dude is really good to have around. So yeah. Definitely. Right, says Dav, readying himself for adventure. There's a goblin I know called Hazzy, who lives on the far side of the market. He used to work at the Citadel on Nimbus. He might know something. And we could always go and talk to Methodus. Methodus, call him Meth for short. The Stormborn who works over at the mill. He might know a thing or two about the elemental energy that got released. There are rumors that the explosion has stirred up some nasty critters. Dav taps a small dagger on his belt. Good job, you got old Dav with ya. But maybe you want to tool up first, or make some coin. Yeah, how are you thinking that we make some money, mates? Hey? Do you want to head for Hazzy's place on the far side of the market? Go speak to him straight away. Or do you want to head to the mill? Whatever that'll do. Do you want to check out the market stalls? Or do you want to engage in a game of chance in the hope of increasing your gold? We got 10 gold pieces. We can either play a game that'll increase our gold, possibly. We can either check out the market stalls and spend some of that gold. We can head to the mill, whatever that'll do for us. Or we can head straight for Hazzy's place. What do you think we should do? I'm going to finish this biscuit while you guys decide. Let's have a game of chance to increase some gold. You approach one of the gambling stalls. Win or lose, it is all the roll of a dice, shouts a goblin running the stall. Roll a 5 or a 6 to win. Double your money. What are you willing to bet? And so you can either bet 1, 2, or 3 gold pieces, okay? How much do you want to bet, guys? 1, 2, or 3 gold pieces. It's play big, win big, isn't it? What are we putting down as our bet? Yellow says 3. Okay. We're betting 3. We got to roll 1 die. We rolled a 4. What does that mean? If you roll a 5 or a 6, you win and double your amount. If you roll 1 to 4, you lose your stake. So now we're down to 7. It says, oh shit. If you win or if you lose. It says you can play as many times as you want. Do you want to play again, or just shall we continue? Because it says here, if you win, turn to this page. If you lose, turn to that page. But we lost that one. But do you guys want to play again, or do you want to just continue with what it says? Let's do. And obviously, if we play again, it's another 1, 2, or 3 bet thing. Let's not play again. Okay. So, we did lose that one, so we have to say if we lose. Not your day, is it, officer? Says the goblin, pocketing your money. Want to try again? Well, no, we don't, actually. Do you want to head for Hazzy's place on the far side of the market? Do you want to head for the mill? Or do you want to go to a nearby stall in the markets? What do you want to do? Sorry, back now. What did I miss? I didn't even know you went away. Hey, Grimsky, how's it going, mate? I'm okay. How are you? Shall we go to the mill? Okay. Is that you saying that let's go to the mill, or are you asking everyone else in the chat? Because we know. Stall markets. There we go. Nearby stall. You browse a nearby stall. You can buy some bread for 1 gold piece, which will give you 2 points of stamina. Or you can buy an apple for 2 gold pieces, which will restore 3 points of stamina. So, do you want bread or apples, guys? And how many? We've got 7 gold pieces to spend, by the way. Did we choose the right dice with Lil? I mean, I don't know. It's too early to tell if it's beneficial for us or not yet, you know. Time will tell. I think I need a haircut. I think I need to go visit my mom for a haircut. Buy the snackies. Apples and bread. Yeah, okay. So how many apples, how many pieces of bread do you want? We need to know this stuff, you know. Check his dice. Hey, Loxley. Oh, Grimsky. You're Loxley. How's it going, mate? I should have known that when you said how goes. Two apple, 1 bread. Okay. So 2 apples and 1 bread is going to cost you 5 gold pieces. Okay? So we've got 2 left. And so 2 apples gives you 3 points of stamina. 1 bread gives you 2, which is 6, 7, 8. So I'm just going to say we've got 2 meals, all right? Because that's a lot easier, you know? So, because it's the same amount of stamina points, you know? Choose what you want to buy, deduct it. You can also buy calming potion for 2 gold pieces. Whatever the hell that is. It doesn't tell you, though. Do you want any calming potion? Like, chill pills, well, is what it sounds like. Shall we buy more or no? An apple a day keeps us alive to play. Yep, you want some calming? So you've spent all your money now. And we're on calming lotion. I don't know what it does, by the way. I haven't got a clue what that does. It doesn't tell me. But we've got some calming balm, I guess. Or it's a potion, not a lotion, sorry. Right, so now it says, do you want to head for Hazzy's place? Do you want to head for the mill? Which one do you want? The mill? I don't know what to do when it says about this potion. I'm sure the book will, you know, present itself in the future. Like, let's put the lotion on. It's not lotion, it's potion. It's a drinking potion, but it doesn't tell me what it will do to you. So there's no point drinking it. Unless you just want to waste it. Right, head for the mill. Okay. Literally the next page over. You make your way around the edge of the market, heading towards the mill. So we're in a market, to be honest. We're in a market. That's not a market, mate. Where's this market go? There we go. So we're in a market. The ground begins to rumble beneath your feet. Market goers start sprinting for cover. And before you can ask what the fuss is about, the only shopkeeper left nearby shouts, "Run!" before quickly pulling down the wooden shutter on his shop with a loud boom, clank. Is Dav with you? Yeah, we've got Dav with us. Hello, I'm Dav, the only adventurer in the village. Uh-oh, says Dav in response to the ground trembling beneath your feet. Something's on its way and it's big. Something big is coming. I smell a fight coming. Dav can smell fights like the bloody lookout people could smell icebergs. He reaches into a small bag at his waist and tosses you a small bottle of purplish coloured liquid. Here, mate, have this. Take this and it'll give you a little extra oomph. He's given us some kind of liquid juice. You see the earth bucking and cracking as something burrows through the soil towards you, sending market stalls flying. They're popping off all over the place. Hands shaking, you gulp down the liquid. I have the power! A warm, tingling feeling washes through your body. It's like electricity. Right down to the tips of your fingers. Magic hands. Oop. That's just getting a bit weird. You feel the strength growing. We've been given Viagra, guys. Add 3 stamina points. So we're back up to full strength now, guys. Okay. It says, even if it takes it above its initial, add 1 point when calculating your attack strength for this fight only. Bloody hell, that's... So actually, we're on 19 stamina, sorry. And we get to add another point for attack, which means we add 2 points to our skill. We're on a 9 for this fight. We are about to fight, by the way. A tunneler beast. As the feeling surges through you, a huge worm-like creature erupts from the ground. Like that. It seems to have no eyes. Not even one eye. Eh? But it makes up for it with the number of glistening fangs that it has in its huge, gaping mouth, which is heading straight for you. Give it hell, says Dav. Well, hang on, Dav. What are you doing, mate? Come on. Get in on this. You just leave it all up to me. Okay. Coward. Right, so Tunneler Beast has a skill of 8. We have a skill of 9 for this round. Oh, shit. So it has to -1 off its dice roll. And we're the little dice. And it's not the double 6 double 1 time yet. So it rolled a 9 and we rolled a 7. Okay? But we add... He has to -2. So his 9 becomes a 7. And all is right with the world. So there you go. Come on, titties. Here we go. Definitely not an Ian book. I don't know, actually. So far, it kind of clocks in it. Like, you get to buy loads of shit. You know, there's an easy... I mean, actually, no, it's not, because I don't know what I still don't know what the mission is. What is the point of the story? Has it been revealed yet? Is it just find out why islands are dropping out the sky? Who knows? Hasn't really told you. Right, we rolled a 5. It's rolled a 7. Our 5 becomes a 7. And again, all is right with the world. What the hell? Oh, actually, no, sorry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It did say we only get that one attack round where we get to add what I'm making it to. So hang on, I've actually got to... Right. We both rolled 7, but we get to add 1. Which means... Hang on. Has that changed? I thought it rolled a 7. Is that what I just said? Respect you, but I can smell the HRT from here. What the fuck? I thought that leveled it out after I added 2 from our... Anyway, I don't know. Obviously not. We only get to add 1 on this time. So we rolled an 8. It rolled a 7. It loses 1 point of stamina, basically. It's on stamina 8 now. So now... Oh, no, sorry. We also get an extra damage, sorry. So it actually, it loses 2. So it's on 7 now. There's too many bloody rules here. Video replay? I don't think I can, to be honest. Right. Don't worry, we'll just carry on. So we only now get to add 1 to our attack roll. So we got an 8. What is this with the rolling the double dice all the time? This is the 4th or 5th time. Anyway, we rolled an 8, which becomes a 9. It's rolled an 8. So again, because we got Dav with us, it's going to lose another 2, which means it's on 5 points of stamina now. We're winning. That's the main thing. Right, we've rolled a 10, and it's rolled a 6. Our 10 becomes an 11. It's rolled a 6. It loses 6 points of stamina. It's dead. Boom. We killed it. With an enormous shudder, the creature crashes to the ground. Boom. Slowly, the market goers return and start poking at the huge corpse. Nice work, officer. Do you think this can be roasted? Stewed, maybe? Worth a try. The stallholders cautiously raise their shutters. Well, I never. You got it. Here, take some dried stink fruit and silk cloth on the house. You can add the silk cloth and the 2 dried stink fruit to your adventure sheet. You will get 2 points of stamina consumed for each. So I'm just going to add 1 meal to our basket, you know. Pillar fight. You keep heading for the mill. Ooh. So we've got 3 meals now, guys, just to let you know. The mill... It seems a bit dark in here. The mill is quiet when you reach it. Perhaps the workers were sent home after the explosion. You look up at the windmill. There's no breeze, so the sails are still. There's a loud whooshing sound. Whoosh, whoosh. and what looks like a mini cyclone emerges from the structure. And before you know it, you're flung to the ground. Lose 2 stamina points. We're on 17. And you find yourself being pulled across the ground towards the swirling mass. Yeah! We're getting pulled off here. The whirling mass lifts you into the air, higher and higher. We're going. Even if you had charge left in your hovers, which we don't, they wouldn't help you in the midst of this chaotic wind. It's another windy woo. It's another windy woo. You struggle and flail against the invisible force. Then suddenly you're falling. You expect to feel the crush of the cold, hard ground, but instead you're caught in midair by ethereal arms. The figure floats to the ground and places you down safely. "I'm sorry about that," says the figure. "I had no idea anyone was out here, and my storms can be quite temperamental, especially at the moment." You're being addressed by a Stormborn, one of the intelligent wind spirits that create and harvest crystals within the storms that rage across the Sea of Tempests. The figure, who you are rightly assume to be Methodus, waves his hands through the air like he's conducting an invisible orchestra, and the cyclone shows, or slows, its whirling and glides down towards the windmill. It spreads out over the sails, and they creak into life. "How may I help you, officer?" You tell Methhead that you're looking into what happened at Nimbus. "We Stormborn, we are very concerned by what happened," he says softly and sadly. "All of us who live and work in Pangaea felt it in every fibre of our beings. That means the amount of elemental energy released must have been immense. Many storm crystals must have been broken. Of course, we tried to reach the Nimbus, but although we can pass safely through the storms that surround it, there is a warding spell around the island preventing Stormborn from entering." Bummer, innit? Someone clearly doesn't want us interfering. Write the code word bubble on your adventure sheet. Bubble. Speaks like a method. Yeah. If you have a storm crystal shard from Cirrus, which we don't, we haven't been told to keep one, so we do not. So what the hell are you going on about, mate? Before you go, Methhead passes you a small crystal. The one it's just asked if we had. It looks like a blank version of the one you have in your hovers. "You might need this. You seem like the type that gets themselves into trouble." "Alright, mouth. There are a lot of nasty energies around, and this will withdraw them from an infected creature. And this will withdraw just as long as it's not too far gone. Once an animal's been taken over entirely, the crystal won't work. One use only, I'm afraid. The crystal wears out after one-time use." Add Methhead's shard to your adventure sheet and increase your luck by 1. Well, we can't because we're tapped out of luck, so crystal shard from Methhead. That will go in our pocket, that will. I'll just put meth. Doesn't really tell us. So we can use this crystal shard when we come across people who are infected. Why would anybody be infected? As long as they're not too far gone. So it's kind of like a healing potion. Kind of like what we've already got. Oh, yeah, we've got a healing potion, which was I think a +4, wouldn't it? Of stamina. We've got a calming potion. We got bloody loads of potions on us. Now we got crystal. Bloody turning into a right hippie, aren't we? Right, do you want to go and look for Hazzy now? Or do you want to find the local goblin flyer and head for one of the other islands? So we can either go see Hazzy, or we can jet off to another island on these hovers, which haven't yet got a crystal in them. So, like, I don't know what the book thinks we can do, because they can't fly. Let's go find Hazzy, yeah? Everything here made in China, one use only. Sounding like Neil from The Young Ones. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, basically, isn't it? So we'll go find Hazzy. Get hazed by Hazzy. Okay. You continue through the main market. A few market goers nervously ask you what's going on and if they are safe. I don't know, mate. What do I look like? I'm experiencing it just as much as you are. You tell them that you're investigating matters. I've taken it upon myself to investigate this. So that's our mission, is we're investigating the falling islands out of the sky. And they should carefully continue their business as normal until they receive further information. I've taken charge of this investigation. You go about your business until you hear back from me, alright? Like, privately, you have no idea what the information is going to be, or if anyone is safe. So we're bullshitting them, basically. There's no sense in creating more panic. Self-appointed investigator, bullshitting people that we come across. I'm not saying anything. You're walking along, taking in the sights, sounds and smells of the market, when you feel a light tugging at your belt. Hey, all right there, sir. Easy now. You feel a light tugging at your belt. That's what it says. You turn to see a creature that looks like a cockroach the size of a dog. Fucking hell. A cockroach the size of a dog? Skittering off with your coin bag in its mouth. Oi, fucker. I mean, to be honest, we haven't got any gold. It is empty. So if your coin bag is empty, which it is, we haven't got any money, so I suppose it ain't no loss, really, is it? You continue your journey across the market. Yeah, fuck it, let him have it. We haven't got a coin bag now, guys. This time, being more wary about who might be following you or tugging on your belt. You've not been travelling for long when a young goblin comes rolling. There are goblins everywhere. It's like Goblin City here. Comes running up to you with an anxious look on his face. I heard you were looking for me, he pants, struggling to catch his breath. This is definitely no Stormborn, so it must be Hazzy. I don't know if this is us saying this or him. Do you have any news about him? Did he send you? Confused, you say, who the hell are you talking about, mate? Vizig, the elder technomancer, of course. You mean he hasn't sent word? The hell? You shake your head and explain that you're investigating what happened on Nimbus, and we're told you should speak to him. Somebody told me to come speak to you. All right, mate? Hazzy sinks down on a crate, looking miserable. I used to be an apprentice of his before he retired. He always comes here to have breakfast, but today he missed it. With no explanation. If you're heading to Asparatus, do you think you could check his house? I don't have enough coin for the flyer ride. You assure him that you will. Yeah, I'll sort it out, mate, don't worry. Thank you, officer, says Hazzy, looking a little bit more relieved. You ask him whether he has any ideas what might have happened on Nimbus. Hey, I'm investigating the island falling out. Do you have an idea what happened, mate? That's not investigating. That's asking if anybody else knows what happened. I mean, for me, investigating is using your own skills to solve the puzzles, you know, because this is questioning. This is, you know, door-to-door questioning. I suppose it's all under the umbrella of investigation, but yeah. You ask him, do you know what happened, mate? I've not worked there for a few years, but I still can't understand what could have caused the crash. Nimbus, like all our islands, is held up by large storm crystals. Yeah, I know how it works, mate. I live here too, you know. Unlike the crystals in your hovers, the island crystals are strong enough to hold their energy perpetually. If the crystals failed, then something caused that to happen. I fear it was no accident. Sabotage. You sound like Vivian. I don't know who Vivian is, mate. That's my middle name, Heron. Don't wear it out. What, Vivian? Is your middle name? About time you did some work. Hey, hands off the merchandise. More feminine wiles than Freddie's Mary and Mary Queen of Scots combined. Never mind Queen of Scotty Road. I don't know. Right, so add the code word Hazzy to your sheet. More code words than a bloody Sudoku here. And buddy, do you have the Storm Crystal Shard from Cirrus? No, we don't. We've got a Crystal Shard from Meth Head, which isn't from Cirrus. So, I guess we say no. Because we ain't on Cirrus, are we? Or we haven't been to Cirrus today. You reassure Hazzy that you will check in on Vizig on Asparatus, and the goblin thanks you. He reaches into his robe and passes you a couple of items. A piece of dried cuttlefish and an ornate dagger. The dried cuttlefish will restore up to 2 stamina points when you eat it, and the ornate dagger will add 1 point to your attack strength. Boom! So we're back on 9 for our attack strength, guys. And we've got an extra 2 points of stamina. I'm just going to add it as a meal. I don't give a fuck. So now we've got 4 meals, guys. Alright? Sounds like we need to go to Cirrus later. Yeah, it sounds like this shard is quite important. You notice a sign pointing the way to the local goblin flyer. So now we're going off this island and heading to another island because we've done everything. You follow the signs towards where you would expect to find Cumulus's goblin flyer, but as you near the dock, you can see no sign of it. At first you think it must be traversing one of its routes, but then you hear a plaintive, "Help! Help! Anyone! Anyone! Help me!" You peer over the edge of the dock and see the goblin pilot hanging off the edge of some rocks below. The goblin looks very relieved to see you. "Could you possibly give me a hand here?" You pull the goblin to safety and she introduces herself as Daxa. Daxa. "That Nimbus explosion completely took out my flyer," she explains. "Blew it right down into the ocean. Luckily, I managed to jump out when I did, or I'd probably be in some great white shark's belly by now." You explain that you were hoping to visit the other islands. "Well, until I get another flyer, you won't be able to get to Incus or Asparatus," Daxa says sadly. "But I'll charge your hovers for free, and that will get you to Cirrus or Altos. You can take the flyers from there." She points to a large bridge nearby, half shrouded in clouds. "Normally, you could take the sky bridge to Cirrus, but it's been closed due to some unnatural disturbances around the bridge at this end," Daxa explains. "Of course, if you can deal with that, I'd be happy to reopen it." So you're the one who closed it, mate. "Especially as my best aeronaut's helmet got thrown there during the crash. If you can make that bridge safe again, the helmet is yours. So we've got a couple of options here, guys. Do you want Daxa to charge your flyer for free? Sounds good. Or do you want Daxa to charge your flyers for free and fly to Cirrus? Eh? So, oh, sorry. No. Scratch all that. I misread it. Either way, Daxa will charge our flyers, okay? That will happen. But once she's done that, we can either then fly to Altos, or we can fly to Cirrus, or we can investigate the Cirrus bridge, the sky bridge to Cirrus. So, and then, you know, get that aeronaut's helmet, or whatever the fuck all that is. So, yeah, she's going to charge our hovers, and then we can either fly directly to Altus or Cirrus, or check out this sky bridge thing with the helmet. That's what it is. The bridge. Okay. So we're not going to Cirrus. Sounds like we need to go to Cirrus later to get the shard. Well, we ain't doing it. We're checking out a sky bridge instead. This is a very different type of book to your normal, isn't it? Very refreshing, I find. You pluck up the courage and decide to try the sky bridge. Dav is with us, so he will stay now on Cumulus, and you will lose your attack stamina extra bonuses. So no Dav now, guys. We lose our attack skill of 1, so we only have an extra skill for the dagger, 8, and extra damage we take on, or you know, extra damage we deal out. That's all gone now. Dav is a pussy, basically. I'm coming with you. You know. So, see you later, Davy. You step on the bridge, it sways gently beneath you, and somehow it feels less safe than wearing the hovers. You take a deep breath, and putting one foot in front of the other, you begin to cross. See you, Dav, you chicken shit, coward. You notice that although you can see the end of the bridge on Cirrus, part of the bridge near Cumulus is shrouded in cloud. Clear as crystal mud. As you approach, you can hear a hissing sound coming from within. From within us? From within what? Something long and scaly scythes in and out of the mist. Something long and scaly. Do you want to continue walking into this mist? Or do you want to return to Daxa and, you know, try a different route? Dazker. I know that's not in replying to this thing. Let's walk in and fight. Jeff is coked up and ready for a fight. He's like, come on, let's go. Let's get in there. Let's go. I mean, we don't know it's a fight, but it probably is a fight, to be fair. Yeah, I can't. Here we go. You decide to confront whatever is lurking in the mist. And as you get closer, there is a picture here. Holy shit, it's Eddie Murphy. The mist begins to undulate as the hissing creature comes closer. It rises out of the fog, lightning rolling off its long, scaly body. It's a lightning serpent. A rare and extremely dangerous beast who looks like Eddie Murphy's character from Mulan. Yo, how's it going, Al? Yeah, I'm the dragon. I ain't no chicken. Leroy Jenkins. Don't know. You're now going to have to deal with this shit. So, our skill is 8. Its skill is 9. So, we have to -1 off our dice roll. And its stamina is also 9. So, But, guys, we're in the 1166 territory, so anything could happen. Here we go. Place your bets. Fucking almost Snake Eyes, then. So it's rolled a 3. We have to minus 1 off our 6. It's 5. So it loses 2 points of stamina. It's down to 7. Lucky 7. Feel like I'm in a casino here. Here we go. Place your bets, guys. Let them fight. Oh, Snake Eyes! For the dragon, it's killed itself. It ate its own face, basically, and it's dead. It does say, though, actually, oh shit, hang on, there were some special rules that I missed here. If the lightning serpent makes a successful strike, which it never did, so we don't have to worry about that. If you hit it using a metal weapon, roll an extra die, by the way. Oh shit, we did wound it, so we're gonna have to do this twice because there were 2 rounds. So if you hit it, we were fighting with a dagger, so that is a metal weapon, or even our sword, it doesn't really matter. So it says here, roll a die, and if I roll a 5 or a 6, that's the only time we have to think about anything. So I'll just roll 2 dice at the same time then. Never rolled a 5 or a 6, but if we did, we would have been electrocuted, so we win. Ta-da! Spoiler alert. Hey? Why is it spoiled? What have I spoiled? The fuck? I don't get it. Who the fuck's Vivian Bubbles? Man, everyone's on... Another one bites the dust. Everyone's smoking or doing something. I don't know. As you dispense the killing blow, the lightning serpent sinks back into the mist. Well, surely it dies, not fucking goes away. We nuked it. Or it nuked itself, actually. So, anyway. Leaving the bridge swaying in the bright sunshine. At your feet, you see Dax's aeronaut's helmet. You pick it up, polish it, and put it on. Grateful that goblins have surprisingly large heads for their size, you feel better protected, and you notice that there's a crystal visor built into the helmet. You flip the visor down, and your vision becomes much sharper, and you go, damn, we need prescription glasses. You realize it must be magically enhanced. Wearing the aeronaut's helmet will permanently add 1 point to our skill. We're back up to 9, guys. So we get to steal the helmet. I mean, I think Dax did say that we could, so. So we're now on 9. Back up to 9, guys. Also, if you suffer a hit from a weapon in battle, roll 1 die, and on a roll of 5 or 6, you get to reduce that damage by 1. Whoa! Man, these are so many rules to keep track of here. Seriously. So, right, we're wearing a helmet, which minuses 1 point of damage on a roll of 5 or 6 when we're in battle. Add the aeronaut's helmet to your adventure sheet. Let me just make sure I say aeronaut. I've always believed women belong near a kettle. My version of the watering hole theory. I call it the kettle hole theory. What the hell? I've always believed women belong near a kettle. Spoiler alert was for the fact we won. How is that spoiler alert if we... I don't get it. I don't know. Catch up, will you, big fella? I don't know, man. I think these bloody white musk is affecting me or something. Does anybody else get? Classic, man. Anyway. So yeah, the bridge is now open and ready for business. You can continue to Cirrus. We're off to Cirrus, guys. With the bridge now open, you step on the pleasant Isle of Cirrus. which produces much of the magically enhanced fruit, vegetables, and grains that feed Pangaea. You're nervous about what the magical energy released by Nimbus may have done to the vegetation. You look around and spot a plume of blue-green smoke in the distance. You also realize that the local watch house is not too far away. That might be worth visiting for supplies. Do you wish to investigate the plume of blue-green smoke, or do you wish to investigate the local watch house? Which one do you want to do? Should we go investigate the watch house, or should we go investigate the plume of blue-green smoke? What's the score in Ballamore? Did I get enough sleep? I think I did, yeah. I only woke once in the night for a piss, and that was it, so I think I got enough sleep. I woke up, like, awake, so go to the watch house. Okay. You head for the watch house. There must be something you can scavenge there. You're passing by a field of gently waving corn when you become aware of a growing chittering sound. The sound gets louder and louder as more creatures join in. The stalks begin to ripple as something surges towards you and erupts out of the corn. It's a horde of corn rats. These usually are peaceful pests, have been aggravated by the surge of energy from the explosion on Nimbus, and have ditched their regular vegetarian diet for something a little more meatier. This energy has turned vegetarians into carnivores. Like, rabid rat horde, basically, we now have to fight. I mean, luckily, it's got a skill of 6. So we're on 9, so it has to -3 off its dice roll. So that's alright. But its stamina is 10, to be honest. So that's a bit of a hard one. The glasses are fogging up. No, they're not. These aren't fogging up. They're fine. Man, Empire's in the house! Rise and shine! Or just rise. Shining is optional. Welcome in, Empire. You're just in time for a fight. Here we go. So we're fighting the rabid rat horde. Okay, so we have it has to -3 off its dice roll. We rolled a 6, and so did the rats, but they have to -3, so they only rolled a 3, and so they're going to lose 3 points of stamina. But we also, oh no, that helmet is only for damage for us when we roll a dice. So it's got 7 stamina now. Round 2. We can say what we like today. He won't understand it anyway. Well, hey, a bit of a rhyme. Eggs and bakery with that as we falling into a trap. Yeah, eggs and bacon. Oh, bacon. Eggs and bacon with that as we fall into a trap. It's a trap! Right, so we've rolled a 9, and so is he again. What is this with the same dice rolls every bloody time, almost? So he has to lose 3, so he's only rolled a 6. We rolled a 9. Again, he's losing 3. From 7, he goes down to 4. These rats. Spoiler alert, we win this battle. How do you know? It's all up to the dice. Right, we've rolled a 10, and they've rolled a 4, which becomes a 1. The rats are dead. We win this battle. Spoilers. Look at that. Psycho there has ruined it for everybody by putting the result in. I reckon Psych's from the future. I do. You must be watching 5 minutes ahead, you know, because you got the results and you put it in the chat. So you must be 5 minutes ahead of the stream, I'm guessing, you know. The rabid corn rats lay slain at your feet. And you notice 2 ears of ripe corn have fallen to the ground during the battle. You can add 2 ears of corn to the provisions box, which will restore 3 stamina points when eaten. I'm just going to add another meal. So we've got 5 meals now, guys. I mean, to be honest, we haven't lost any stamina points. In fact, we're 1 above, I think. Oh no, we're on 17. We've only lost 1 stamina point. So we's doing good. Continue to the watch house. I think we're doing really good, guys and peeps. Yeah, I'd say peeps. We're doing real good, peeps. Us from Australia are 11 hours ahead. Well, then you've already ended the stream, haven't you, Rhymester? You already know when we die. So surely use that information to keep us alive, keep us going. Yeah? If you're 11 hours ahead, then the stream is well finished, you know, for you. It finished hours ago for you. So what happened? How did we die? Let's avoid it, yeah? Come on, man. I think it will be in this year, Empire. I don't think he's, you know, 11 months ahead. It's 11 hours. Imagine being 11 months ahead of everyone else. I mean, you couldn't catch a bus or a train. You're fucked for going on a holiday because you can't catch a plane. Like, yeah. When you reach the watch house, you notice with some grapevines from the local vineyard seem to be growing closer to the building than you remember, so you hurry inside. The emptiness within reminds you of the loss of your friends and fellow recruits in the Skywatch. Yeah, definitely written by a woman, isn't it? Because you start reflecting on your feelings. You fervently hope that they might still be alive. You head for the barracks, hoping that some of the recruits' chests might be open. Eh? I think it's their boxes, their little chests, not their, you know, we're hoping to see some titties when we go to these barracks, you know. I know the recruits' chests might be open, so you can search them for any useful supplies. If Cirrus is your home island, do you know, I can't remember. Was Cirrus our home island, guys? Can anybody remember what we chose as our home island? I can't. I should have wrote it down. Let me see if I can track it. I think we said Cumulus. Yeah, we said Cumulus was our home island. Sorry. Let me write that down. Cumulus was our home island. So Cirrus is not our home island. I can't even remember my name. First place was our home island. That's right, Cumulus. Thank you. That's it. Checking all the chests, you discover that one of them is unlocked. Do you want to search the unlocked chest, or do you want to just go straight and leave the watch house? We can either open the chest or leave the watch house. Here we go. You ready for another Adam rabbit hole? Catch me near the kettle. Surround. Honestly, don't have a clue what you're going on about there, Psych. No idea. Open the chest. Okay. You wonder briefly why the chest has been left unopened, but when you lift the lid, you get your answer. The chest bites down on your hand. Lose 2 stamina points. Damn. Bloody. And lose 1 skill point. We're down to 8 skill now. And it starts to bark and growl at you. It snaps its lid aggressively. If you have a calming potion, which we do, you can use it now. Do you want to calm this bitch down? Open lips. Hey man, time for a piss break, surely. You need a chill pill. Never mind the woman. Never mind the... What woman? Are you a woman? I don't know. Do you want to calm it down, yeah? Yeah, calm it down. Alright, mates, just calm down, calm down. So we're using the calming potion. That's crossed off our list now. The spell leaves the chest and the lid sinks down, lifeless once more. Inside, you find a flask of fire oil and a piece of paper. You unfold the paper carefully. It looks like a page torn out of a ledger from one of the fishery docks in Incas. A few names are marked on the page, but one name, Commander Matthias Tallyman, has been circled several times. Scrawled next to it are the words, "Where is he?" You can add the Incas ledger page and the fire oil to the equipment list on your adventure sheet. For what reason, who knows? So, Incas list, fire oil. That's what we've got in our backpack. The fire oil can be used to light a fire, or it can be used against an opponent at the start of a battle and will automatically cause your enemy 3 points of damage. So we can either start a fire or we can just have like a free 3 points of damage in a battle. Let me know if you want to use it by putting fire oil in capitals before we start the battle of any fight. Okay? The chest must be a woman. Yeah, man. Right, that fight really took it out of you, and you realize that you've been held up by a mixture of fear, adrenaline, and anger until this point. Now you could do a little old-fashioned shut-eye. Meditation time, everyone. Do you want to take a nap? Do you want to have a little chill nap? Or would you rather leave the watch house? Bit of a random place to just have a little bit of shut-eye, isn't it? But it's given us the option to, guys. We're all a bit tense. Let's just calm down. Let's have a little nap. Have a little chill time. You know? So, what we doing? Are we having a nap or are we leaving the watchtower? Nap time! Okay, we're gonna have a little nap, guys. Little nap. Australia isn't 11 hours in the future. Man, that's what you just said. We are just 11 hours behind with the news. Right, so little nap time, innit? You sleep for a fitful... Are we epileptic? A fitful hour or so. In your dreams, you are flying through the skies of Pangaea, trying to catch your falling Skywatch friends. They cry out to you as they tumble through the air. You save one, but more plummet away from your grasp. You grab for a flailing arm, only to realize that it's your own face that you're seeing staring back at you. You try to hold on, gripping tighter, but it's no good. You watch as your screaming face falls away from you, your limbs flailing uselessly as your doppelganger drops away into nothing. The sleep isn't peaceful, but it's at least restful. You can regain 2 points of stamina. Yay! Meal. Well, we're back up to full strength, so there's no point in having a meal. That would be a waste. You awake to a strange buzzing sound on the edge of hearing. On the edge of hearing. Like the rapid flapping of tiny wings. You peer into the gloom, and in the corner of the barracks you see something that looks like a metal eye. It is about the size of a grapefruit, and instead of an iris, you realize that the metal contraption has a large lens. It is held up by two smaller wings, reminiscent of your hovers. The metal eye zips around, blinking at you. It's very unnerving. You throw your boot at it. Roll 1 die. We rolled a 2. If you rolled a 1 or a 2, turn to this page. That's just turned off. The contraption emits a high-pitched noise and sends a small fireball towards you. Roll against your skill. Now, our skill is 6, by the way, because only in battle is it 8. And obviously, we're not in battle. So, because we lost a skill point, remember? So, 6. We rolled a 3. Wow, look at that. So, we are successful in our, thingy. How good is that? You deflect deftly the fireball with the blade of your short sword. It crashes harmlessly into the fireplace while the fireball flies away up the chimney. You're unharmed, but you can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. However, there's no time to dwell on such things right now. There's nothing more that you can do here, so you just leave the watch house. There we go. What did we get from all that, by the way? I don't know. Nice dodge, yeah. You head for the watch house door. I think everybody refresh your stream, by the way, because I think some people are behind, judging by this. So everybody refresh. In fact, I'm going to do it too. Not that I need to, but I'm just going to do it. Everybody refresh your stream. Catch up with the present day. Yeah. There we go. You head for the watch house door. You're just about to step through when whoosh, 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 vine tendrils shoot across in front of you, blocking your exit. A bunch of grapes explode, showering you with an acidic goo. Lose 2 points of stamina. Bloody hell. The rest of the vines start to creep across the ground towards you. Do you want to use... Well, we haven't got a calming potion, so we can't. We've used that up. We only had enough for 1. You're going to have to fight the vines if you want to get out of here alive. The vines has a skill of 6, which is 1 higher than us. Oh, wait, so no. In combat, we've got 8. So it has to reduce its stamina... Its skill, sorry, by 2. Its stamina is 8. Yeah, so confusing. Hang on a second. Yeah, because we haven't got Dav with us, but we've got the aeronaut helmet. Oh, no. We only have an increase of 1. So we're actually on 7, not 8, sorry. Because, yeah, Dav is no longer with us. So so it's 7-7 for both, by the way, sorry. So it's just whoever wins is highest. But if we get damage, we can do a roll to lessen the effect of the damage if we lose the dice roll. So we rolled a 5, it's rolled a 5. What the hell is going on? Every time I roll this, it's... Okay, so nobody wins or anything or loses on that one. Dice rolls are always the same with these 2 dice. Bit creepy, isn't it? Boom! Double 6! We just killed it outright. Boom! Oh yeah, that's what you want, baby. We basically just set the whole place alight and it died instantly. Double 6s. That's what we're talking about, isn't it? Good thing we're little dice, isn't it, today? God. Throats. All this bloody smoke flying around. Feel like I've been smoking a cigar. You fight your way through the angry vines until they retreat away from the door, giving you enough time to escape. You notice a bunch of unexploded grapes lying on the floor. You prod them very gently with your sword, but they seem more stable when not connected to the vine. It will take more force to activate their corrosive properties. Thinking they might come in usefulness, you carefully put them in a small leather pouch and take them with you. Add corrosive grapes to your adventure sheet. Damn. So that's going in the backpack. We've got 3 spaces taken up in our backpack out of the 7 that we can carry. You leave the watch house again. I think we've been leaving this watch house for the last 30 minutes, haven't we? And you're just wondering if you should go to the north of Cirrus and locate a goblin flyer to take you onwards to the other islands when you hear an indistinct yelling in the distance. Do you want to follow the sound of the yelling? Or do you want to go and investigate the plume of blue-green smoke? Or do you want to head north? So, 3 options there. We can head north. We can carry on to investigate the smoke, or somebody screaming, ah! We can go follow that sound and see, follow the yelling. Okay. So go see you screaming, hey mate, keep it down. People are trying to sleep. You cautiously follow the sound of the yelling to an orchid. An orchard, not an orchid, an orchard. There you find an elderly woman grasping a spade and fending off a marauding fruit tree which has gained both life and an aggressive streak. Instead of the beautiful spiky red fruit that the tree normally bears, the branches are covered with tiny, snapping dragon heads. There is a picture, by the way. There's the picture. Old deer fighting off a big plant. One of the heads lunges at the woman and she smacks it with her shovel. The head looks dazed for a moment and then turns a stream of fire on her. She uses her shovel as a shield, but the metal melts away. Damn. She's out of defenses. She drops the melted shovel, rolls up her sleeves, and readies her fists. Oh yeah. If she's going to go out, she'll go out swinging. And then she spots you. Give us a hand, would you, love? You cannot leave the old woman to fend for herself against this plant, so you engage the dragon fruit tree in battle yourself. So, it's got a skill of 8. We have to lose 1 point from our dice roll. Not a fan of the art. Yeah, no. It's got a stamina of 9. So, here we go. Fight time! We rolled a 9 and it's rolled an 8, but we have to reduce 1, so it's 8-8. Across the board. Here we go, round 2. We've rolled a 4, which is a 3, by the way, and it's rolled a 9. So 3 to 9 is 6 points, but if we roll 1 extra die and get a 5 or a 6, we can take that 6 down to 5. Whoop-de-doo-dah! Which we didn't, so we lose 6 points of stamina, which brings us to 9. Here we go. Next one. It hasn't lost any yet. It rolled a 5. We rolled an 8, which becomes a 7, which is 5 to 7 is 2. Let's see if we can have that. Can we? Nope. We lose 2. Dun dun dun. This could be it, guys. This could be it. Way, there we go. We've rolled an 11, which becomes a 10, and it's rolled a 6. So 10 to 6 is 4. So Oh, yeah, 6. It's a 6 then. Sorry, yeah. So it loses 4 points of stamina. It's on 5. Do we have any potions to help? We've only got healing potion, but you can't really suck it or eat a meal during a battle, so maybe afterwards. We rolled an 8, which becomes a 7. It's rolled a 9. We lose another 2 points. Oh, hang on. We can do the old dice roll to see if the 2 can become a 1, which it can't. So we lose 2 again. Looks like the end of the road, guys. Need to eat a meal if we survive. If being the word, mate. We've rolled a 4, which becomes a 3. It's rolled a 7. So we lose 4 points. But we can knock one of those off if we can roll a 5 or a 6. No, we can't. So we lose 4 points. We're down to 1, guys. We're on our last stamina point. This is it. It's do or die. It's only got 7 stamina itself. So I think helping this old deer out has been the end of us, guys. Whoa, we rolled a 3, which becomes a 2. It's rolled a 6. 6 to 2 is 4 points of stamina. Don't matter even if you try and knock one off. We're dead. It's the end of the world as we know it. Dead. That's it. Died. Died a death. Just at the same time. Look at that. How weird is that? The same exact time that this just blew out its last one. Literally, this just extinguished, as did our life. We lasted as long as this bloody incense stick did. How weird is that? R-I-P-A-R-E-S-P-E-C-T. We died. Hey, get a meal if we survive. Damn. Honestly, cannot believe it. I'm curious if the old lady would have helped us if we won. Well, she wouldn't need to help us if we won. You know. But she's never come running when we were in peril. And she just let us die. Fucking old bag. Anyway, guys. I need a piss now, so I killed the timer 1 hour and 19 minutes, guys. That's what we did. That's not too bad. You know, I think we had a good innings on that, but I'm just going to put the timer on now because I need a wee. So ending comes in now. We can have a little quick chat before we piss off for the day. Let me get this all sorted. Right, so don't worry, guys. We're going to have a little chat. We still have a little chat, guys. So, yeah. So the next book is in 2 weeks' time, which is going to be The Land of the Giants, or Shadow of the Giants, returning to Ian Livingstone. Classic adventurers with classic line art animation. Oh, it's not animation. Yeah, it is animation. Yeah. It's not animated. But yeah, so in 2 weeks' time, which is the 26th of April, guys. 26th of April. That is the next one. I've really enjoyed today, guys. I've had a great time. I hope you have too. You got some work done. Well, that's what really matters, Jeff. Is thanks for keeping me company. I'm glad we kept you company, mate. Well, you did your work. Hey, I'm glad that you're able to watch and while you're working, because yeah, I know not a lot of people will be able to. So you're very lucky, mate. Almost at the end of the series. What comes after this? Well, that's the surprise, guys. I do have something lined up for when we finish. Because, yeah, you're right. We are coming. We've got Secrets of Salmonis. And then we've got the Blood Island. And that's it, I think. I can't remember. But, yeah, there's only like 3 or 4 books to go, guys. But there is something lined up for when we do finish this, guys. Okay? So don't worry. Right, I'm going to shoot off now because I need a piss. All right? So I'll see you in 2 weeks' time, guys. Take care. Love you all. Thanks for watching.